see, everything looks good on my end. What's up, fellas? Welcome, welcome. Got 3 on YouTube, 1 on Facebook. We'll get started in about 3 minutes. Start busting on the update jumbo first, and then we'll hit the hobby. Welcome, welcome. Thank you all for the bids tonight. I do appreciate it. You and Dowding. You and Derek Dowding. What up, Shoe? What's up, YouTube guys? Facebook people. Shoe, I'm gonna see how long the chat stays up on Facebook. And I may have you guys go to YouTube if I need to. Alright, we'll get started in about 2 minutes. Looks like Facebook's just a touch behind. Anybody on YouTube, somebody just type in the chat. Let me know that the chat is working on YouTube side. Alright, get started in just a second. Doop 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 doop. 6 and 1. It's a magic trick. I keep throwing this dull knife around like I have been for the last 6 years, I guess, 6, 7 years. It's sad, this thing barely cuts plastic. Alright guys, it is 10 p.m. on the money. We're going to get this thing started. 2019 Topps Update Hobby Jumbo Dual Case Player eBay break number 1. May be doing another one of these again next week. I appreciate everybody getting in. I'll try to get everything shipped out to you all by Friday. This is a big break. It's a horrendous sort. Anything numbered, SP, stuff like that, I have top loaded. Of course, all cards ship. I had a ton of unsolds. I'm not even going to worry with them. What up, Brandon Wilson? Oh, we got a Season's Greetings. Season's Greetings poster. What's up, B. Willie? Guys, like I said, I don't know how long the Facebook chat will work for me tonight, but YouTube chat seems no one has typed in it yet, so I have no clue. What up, Justin Miller? Alright guys, here we go. John Junkin said hello. Well, welcome, John. Alright guys, let's get this thing started. Two silver packs. Go ahead and bust all this stuff out first. Get it out of the way. Let's see, turn the camera just a touch down. There we go. Cody Bellinger, super duper big body. How long am I expecting this to take? If I was going to guess, roughly 2 hours, CJ. And I do a hit recap at the end of each case. So there's that. Mike Trout, Walker Buehler, Aaron Nola, Brandon Lowe Purple. That's numbered 5 out of 75. What up, Chris? Blake Snell, Mitch Keller, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Gary Sanchez. Yeah, if I had to guess, I'm going to say this break's going to be every bit of 2 hours. Show all cards. If for some reason you guys catch one of the variations and I do not, let me know. Yeah, let me know. Well, alright. My printer just started to go into update mode for some reason. Mike Sharwin, gold. 1588 out of 2019. Sonny Gray, 150th. Bob Gibson, Garrett Cole. Vlad, the rookies. Rookie debut. Carter K. Boone. It was a Vlad home run derby. And Brendan Rodgers. What's up, Joe? Michael Chavis, Will Smith, Eloy, Biggio. First, I like the pictures that they use for update. They use a lot of good stances there. A lot of good poses. Fernando Tatis Jr. foil. Eloy Lindor. The stuff right here has been super nice from what I've seen. I've seen a little bit of this stuff broke. Chavis. Astros, man, honestly, me and Shu was talking about this last week, Brandon. I told him it would not surprise me one bit if Washington went in there and beat them. I still think it's a 7-game series, but Washington right now is showing that they're no punks. That they're going to come out and they're going to play, dude, they're hot. They are smoking hot right now. Whit Merrifield full. Darwinzo Hernandez auto. Yeah, they are smoking hot. The Astros played around with the Yankees a little too much, I think. Yeah, I think they played around just a touch too much with the Yankees. John Duplantier, whose shoe had to show where the barbecue place was in Mississippi. Somebody messaged me, was like, is this the Will Smith Dodgers or the Giants? I said, it's both. Yasmani Grandal, foil. Flip stock. I say flip stock. It's not flip stock. Numbered 94 out of 99. To be random between Guerrero and Jury. Put that to the side. He likes to barbecue. I mean, to me, I think the Yankees had a phenomenal season. Figuring every time you looked up, somebody was on the DL. Vintage stock. I'm sorry, I said flip stock. Hell, I'm thinking Heritage. I just finished opening up my boxes of Heritage, Brandon, like 2 days ago. So my mind's still stuck on Heritage. Brandon, if you want, go to YouTube because it looks like the chat's like super behind for me on Facebook. DJ LeMahieu, that is 288 out of 2019. Johnny Bench, Establishment, 1869. And Paul DeYoung, 150. Cole Tucker, Acuna. Yeah, Facebook is way behind for me right now. What was my biggest hits in Heritage? I didn't have any. I got rocked. Yeah, I got rocked. Blue border. I think my biggest one was a blue border Luken Baker. 1856 out of 2019, Jake Orizzi. Mr. Estrada, 150. There you go, Sue. You wanted you a chipper old school, you got one. Yeah, my Heritage was not good at all. And the funny thing is, a lot of my wanders were damaged too. Had pop corners. Yeah, I opened a case. Well, I hit a Nico Horner jumbo auto. I think it was out of 25, but I mean, for the most part, I think I got rocked. He said breaks over. Kevin Biggio. Yaz Jr. And I've opened a little bit of this, but not much. Homer Bailey, 1526 out of 2019. Aroldis Chapman. I think I opened 6 boxes of Hobby. He said the break is over. Michael Chavis. I see a lot of people chasing him right now. Chavis, Hayura, Will Smith, just the normal guys. I think Biggio is probably going to be one of the better ones. I believe he's going to be one of the better out of the few. Otani, Domingo Santana 150, Vlad Jr., and a David Dahl jersey card. That was my, I think, out of the boxes that I opened, I don't think I got an auto one. I bought some loose boxes from a guy. He said he had a few. I was like, all right, I'll take them. I opened them up just to see what I could get out of it to grade myself. You know, get a couple of Rileys, you know, stuff like that. I want to say I pulled jersey cards out of every single one of my boxes. I was happy with the stuff that I got out of it, especially at the price. I mean, the price is not, I don't see how you can go wrong with this and or Prism Draft Picks basketball. Adrian Beltre, Brandon Woodruff full, and a Frank Robinson commemorative medallion that is non-numbered. I'll top load that later. Yeah, Miners has. No, I was talking about my update, Brandon. I opened up some hobby update. Chasing. I was chasing. It was either me buy a few boxes or me rip a case or two. And I was like, all right, we're just going to buy a couple of boxes. Even though, in a way, I wish I would have opened a couple of cases. Just from the standpoint of, I mean, the amount of cards that came out of it that I want a grade or something like that. Domingo Santana, foil, Carter K. Boom, Thurman Munson, old school. Carter K. Boom, and Yasiel Puig. Who did Munson? Did Munson take the place of somebody like he's the variation of this person? Yeah, Munson's SP. I do know. I mean, I know he's the SP. The old guys always take the place of somebody else. Like, it'd be certain, you know, Ken Griffey Jr. is liable to be Mike Trout's variation. I know that's not the case, but the card number on Munson is 128. Mookie Betts. Willie Mays, Joey Gallo, Trent Thornton, Cole Tucker Black. Eloy Duplantier, Christian Yelich, and Corbin Martin. Oh, Ursula. Gio Ursula. I know his name's not actually Ursula. How do you pronounce his name, Shu? Because I know he told you how to say it the correct way. Let's see. No, that's not the variation. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. gold. Oh, that's not gold. Yes, it is. I thought it was camo. Hell, I'm still stuck. My eyes still hadn't got adjusted yet. Vlad Jr. gold. 209 out of 2019. Urshela. David Dahl. Dave Winfield. JD Martinez. Not Ursula. Urshela. Yeah. I said, okay, cool. That's what I said that day, Shu. I said, yep. Yep. Guys, I'm going to try to do this break again next week. Next week will be a slower week for me work-wise, so it shouldn't sound like I'm over here with this Barry White voice. I should know in the morning if we're going to do this again next week. Foil, Cody Bellinger, Adam Jones, and a Shed Long auto. Shed was part of the Reds, wasn't he? Wasn't he drafted by the Reds? Alcantara. Been a few kabooms so far. I swore I just heard a smoke detector go off in my house. These are good looking cards though. Javi Baez full. Blood. More bulk coming. It's your new slogan. Man. He said I want Heritage Miners. More bulk coming. That's alright, Jared. I think you had another sub pop today. That's right. Alcantara. Yep. Yeah, I think we had another sub pop today. I think we're going to have another sub pop tomorrow. It's silly right now, Jared. AJ Pollock, numbered 1414 out of 2019. Nick Anderson, 150. Rizzuto, Goldilocks, Carter K. Boone, blue, non-numbered. And if you start typing, Jared, it's not that I'm ignoring you. The chat on Facebook's like super delayed for me. The one that popped today, I don't think any cards of Jared's was in it. I think that was the one that I sent in that was 95% my stuff. If you want some of these cards, you're more than welcome to them, because I don't know what I was thinking by grading them, but I did anyway. That dude, 1557. Barry Larkin. Trevor Story, 150th. Corbin Martin. How hard is it to put all the cards in the same direction? For tops, it's very hard. They have one machine that just like, hey, this is what we're gonna do to you, and they do it. He said, nope, I need to hear his name. Trust me, I was sitting there looking at it like I got it, and then he threw that I in there, and I was like, I don't have it. Some of these guys, man, I know the majority of them. Some of them, I have no clue who they are. I do a lot of Bowman draft, Chrome, stuff like that. Some of these names, man, they're a lot different. Sonny Gray again, Nelson Cruz. James McCann was in the All-Star game. Today was a good day for Chicago Cubs fans. I was wondering if by chance he was going to get hired on as manager. And honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I was hoping for Joe Girardi, but I think he can get the most out of them boys because he played with the majority of them. Pacific Power, Ohtani and Trout. That will be another random. As you guys can see on the back of the card, Ohtani and Trout. So we'll do the randoms after the break. John Means, 150. Pudge. And Yaz, numbered 8 out of 50. That's a big card right now. Congrats. That's a very nice card right there. 8 out of 50. I hope he does too, Shu. I like him. I mean, I think he can get something out of them guys that I don't think he'll overplay his hand like Madden did. Nobody knew rhyme or reason why Madden did what Madden done. You know, you bounce around 79 different lineups. But did you see where Chris Bryant turned down $200 million? I say pay Castellanos, move Bryant, move Schwarber, bring in some relief pitching, and a starter that's not 37. Estrada full. Yeah, Bryant turned down $200 million. He was not worth the $200 million. Michael Chavis, that is a variation of Chavis. Yeah, he wasn't. I don't think he was worth the $200 million. But I also seen, without the weirdness, he's a good manager. But yeah, now also, I mean, Madden was not a bad coach. Madden was a very good coach for the Devil Rays, Tampa Bay Rays. I was happy with this hire. I didn't want Madden to be let go to begin with. But if you're gonna let him go, I'm glad they picked up who they did. Brandon Woodruff, 21 out of 50. Jacob deGrom, that's a thick jersey card. I guess because it's numbered out of 50 with a single color. We'll set it right there. I'll get one for it in a minute. Ross does have the meats, Jimbo. He does, baby. Full-fledged, 100%, nothing but the meats. I think with him being a catcher, too, I mean, he got to see a lot of these guys work. So I think he can, I don't know. Catchers were always meant to be coaches to me. Paul DeYoung, Christy Matheson, Roy Halladay, and another medallion, this time Carlton Fisk, non-numbered. But instead of paying Chris Bryant that old silly money, go get you, pay Castellanos half of that, and just see what happens with who's on the market. Well, like for Ross, man, Ross wasn't afraid to get in Lester's ass. You know what I'm saying? Lester's always been a temperamental person. And Ross was like, nah, you're going to calm that down. Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to calm down now. Sir. And that's the way he would do him. You know what I'm saying? Even though Lester can't throw a ball to first base. Nick Senzel, Ohtani, Ichiro, John Duplantier, numbered 54 out of 150. 10-2. Wow. I'm hoping Soto's hit a bomb. Randy Johnson, Will Smith, Jose Canseco, Clint Frazier, the Red Rocket. They opened the doors on them. It's Big Poppy. That's what I was saying. Me and William Perkins was talking about this the other day. I thought the Nationals. I almost would have put money on that the Nationals were going to win that series. Adam Eaton, an ex-Chicago White Sox who couldn't stay healthy. Keston Hiura. Walker Buehler, that's numbered 1967 out of 2019. And Kyle, Barclaw, Clue. Tony Perez, Lane Thomas. All right, maybe you guys. I had to pull one of his cards in a minute because I want to know what's the deal with this one kid and this product. People are going crazy over his update stuff. I think he was pulled at the very, very beginning. Let's see. Tommy Edman. What is the deal with this guy right here? Because I'm seeing on Facebook and everywhere, people are asking for his stuff everywhere. And I have no clue who he is. And that's going to sound horrible. But I'm a Cubs fan. I don't really like the Cardinals. He said, Bear Claw, I hate your shoe. So rude. Biggio, Yaz. Is he a up and coming and stud? I mean, was he a call up? Michael Brantley, Thurman Munson. Well, Manny Machado, autograph medallion. That is numbered 5 out of 10. Manny Machado. Let's see where the sticks are right here. Nope, them things. Pete Rose clone. I like that. Kind of scares me a little bit, though, that he's in the same division with the Cubs. Oh, there's 180s right there. I'm going to get up and go get some. Yeah, he's in a Padres uniform though, Perkins. Yeah, Jamie, did Jamie quit buying? He said Braves are not a fan. Yeah, I'm a diehard Cubs fan, unfortunately, but uh, the last 3 weeks of the year, I just want to say thank you for he can play multiple positions. Yeah, just like I said, it just I started seeing those cards all over Facebook and stuff. People like, looking to buy quantity, looking for this, looking for. I'm like, who is this kid? Does he? I mean, I might be crazy, but he doesn't have a Bowman Chrome auto, does he? Melky Cabrera, foil. Cody Bellinger, black. Ah ha 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 ha. Dude. 68, 58 out of 67. WGN TBS, Ben Mitchell. I am from Nashville, Tennessee. Eric Davis. Yeah, all we had was Atlanta Braves and Cubs and a little bit of the White Sox. And when I was growing up, you had drunk Harry Carey. So of course I'm a Cubs fan. That's it, just a top snap. That's the reason why everybody's going after the update then, because that's his first true card. Okay, makes sense. Whoever has Cody Bellinger, I got you a damn nice card on that black. Kevin Herrera, 17-15 out of 2019, and an Alex Bregman 150. My favorite baseball player in the world, Ken Griffey Jr. Josh Donaldson, another stud. Hawk and Harry. Man, I couldn't. Another, what was it? Uh, put it on the board. Yeah, and you can put it on the board. Yeah, I don't care nothing about all that. I'd rather have drunk Harry Carey over any of them. Harry Carey taught you life lessons. Harry Carey, for the entire game, talked about everything other than the game. He'd be over there just sipping. Yet to play a full season at 25. Yeah. So he's a little older. Okay. Dwight Smith Jr. Gold. 1097. Matthew Beatty. Pedro Martinez. Victor Robles. Man, you already know, dude. Harry Carey be over there, look. He'd be like, and we're going to do it a 1, a 2, a 3. And his head be shaking the whole time he was doing it. Take. And you can put it on the board. Nope, I couldn't stand that one. That was the reason why I think I was a Cubs fan, because Atlanta had the chop back then. Yeah, Atlanta had the chop that if they were winning 5-2 or losing 11-0, they still all the fans. Oh, yeah, it didn't matter to me. I didn't like that at all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's crazy. They're the stuff that we learned from those guys. Freddie Freeman, foil, who just got done having surgery. Austin Riley. He said, chop, chop. As of right now, I mean, The Atlanta Braves did make it farther than the Chicago Cubs, but not by much. What, like a week? Well, their season lasted, what, a week longer than the Cubs did? The Cubs made me angry this year. I've never been so happy and angry. Well, I was happy when they got rid of C.J. Edwards Jr., Carl Edwards Jr., C.J. Edwards, whichever one you want to call him. And then their bullpen just was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Michael Chavis, foil. Fernando Tatis Jr., and a Carlos Correa commemorative medallion. Man, dude, I'm starting to like Ben Mitchell. Ben Mitchell's all right. William Perkins, I'm probably fixing to ban you from YouTube and Facebook. I've got me a new best friend. His name is Ben. Yeah, and that's the reason why I don't like Florida State. I'm a Florida Gators fan, Grump. So everything about that chop I didn't care for. Yeah, it was everything chop related. Everybody's like, how did you become a Florida Gators fan? It's real easy. Jonathan Lucroy, that's numbered 187 out of 2019. Ronald Acuna Jr., 150th. Yeah, everybody's like, how did you become a Florida Gators fan? Well, we had the University of Tennessee, who, from the time I think I was 2 years old until today, have always had the greatest quarterback in the history of college football. Every year, even when they sucked. We had Notre Dame, who, whether they were 2-8 or 10-2, played every single Saturday on national television. And we had the Florida Gators. Steve Spurrier out there winning 72-3, still throwing 70-yard bombs down the field. You know, Danny Warfel down there throwing 70-yard bombs. I don't think they were that far, but you get what I'm talking about. High SPU usage detected. Okay, I'll slow down a touch. Jackie Robinson. Montana full. Richard Clayton. What is that card? Let's see. Is the numbers on the back of it? It's a 3-7. It's numbered out of 150. Why is that card numbered out of 150 with the same feel to it? Richard Clayton, 20 out of 150. I knew that card felt funny. I say it felt funny. Just random. Just, hey, there you go. Alex Bregman. Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers had 17,000 cards since 2015 Bowman Draft. I really liked Brendan Rodgers a few times. I just got tired of losing money on him. He said, I'll go put 146 Carl Edwards Jr. cards on your eBay. You're crazy. Fernando Tatis Jr., 150. It's a good card to have. Seeing everybody go after a lot of the different updates, which all of them, his has the rookie debut. I'm guessing we're all going to stay with the Series 2s, maybe. Marcell Ozuna, bat. Yeah, I think they are too. But I still believe that series, it may go 7 games. I still think it. Nick Senzel. Yeah, I still think that series goes 7 games. I don't know why. I don't see Houston just laying down, even though that's kind of what they're doing right now. I didn't understand the bullpen game with the Yankees. All right, that was where I was like, all right, so these dudes are trying to lose game 6 to force a game 7 where 2 of their starters are rested, but we're just going to use bullpen only. I didn't quite understand that one. Again, I'm not a major league coach, but what was the reasoning behind that? Roberto Clemente. Will Smith, Jose Canseco, Clint Frazier, Nick Senzel. Pete Alonso, J.D. Martinez, Randy Johnson, and a gold, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Vlad Daddy. That's Vlad Jr. That is numbered 16 out of 50. It's a good looking card. Pow. What did I do with those? Oh, I set those over there. Okay. Tilt the camera up just a touch. I think it fell right back down to where it was at. Justice Sheffield, Chavis, Sky Bolt, Will Smith, Trent Thornton, 1847 out of 2019, Chris Paddock, 150. I need to start buying. I'm going to buy up about 50 to 75 of those on eBay. The Chris Paddocks. Gary Carter, Kerry Wood. Man. Kerry Woods. Would you guys like to do another dual case, or would y'all prefer jumbos, hobbies? What are y'all's opinions on which one's better? I feel like jumbos are supposedly better. That's my guess on it. That's my opinion. Excuse me. Oh, Edgar Martinez. Mr. Kyle Foyle, Nick Senzel. Jumbos. Somebody wasted shipping to send you 4, Nick Green. Why? You got what you paid for. Dude, when I'm doing ship and shoot, it's hard for me to pay attention of who it's shipping to. I just go into eBay and I'm like, all right, Goldilocks. So I pull all the Goldilocks, I put them in a team bag, cardboard, bubble mailer, throw a label on it, and it's gone. Matthew Beatty. I don't know why I turned that card around. Vintage stock, Sandy Alcantara. You think Jumbo's better? 61 out of 99. Alcantara. Well, that's the reason why I'm asking, because I may just go after you know, like 2 jumbos or something. Sky Bolt auto. Dude's got a clean autograph. And I think Hobby's just what? Hobby's one or the other. Either an auto or a game used. Shane Bieber, Justin Bieber's cousin. 1990 out of 2019 Pomerantz. Alexander Bogarts out of 150. Blood, that is numbered out of 50. Thought that had the gold tint to it. What up, Reyes? That's number 33 out of 50. Vlad Jr. Like a bolt out of the sky. Yeah, that may be what I do. I'll call in the morning and see if I can't get 2 cases of jumbo. If I can, I've already got my listings already ready to go. I just got to change the title. And boom, Tuff-Acton to napkin. Blood and Paddock. Paddock runs right behind Blood. Blood runs right behind Paddock. Excuse me. Max Muncy, 337 out of 2019. James McCann. Robinson Cano, Ohtani. Shed Long. Chris Paddock. Sure, you got big plans tomorrow? Alex Bregman foil. I had a couple of updates of his pop today with PSA. Goldilocks variation. Most underrated player in baseball. Even though he's on the Cardinals now, I still have to give him credit because when he was with the Diamondbacks, he did exactly what he was supposed to do year in, year out. That's all for tomorrow. Enjoy your one more week of decent work. You know the routine. On Facebook, I think it's just you, sir. Yeah, on Facebook, I believe it may. Let's see. Yep, you're the only viewer on Facebook. I'm on YouTube as well. Facebook chat's acting silly for me. That's the reason why I kind of pushed everybody to Facebook. YouTube. Christian Walker, 1,057 out of 2019, and a Mike Trout. We're going to finish up that job in the morning, and then once that's done, I think I am finished until Tuesday of next week. So I'm looking forward to it. Come home, sort some baseball cards, watch some basketball, and have a good afternoon. David Dahl, Johnny Bench, that's card number 182, shoe. Johnny Bench. Paul DeYoung. Freddie Freeman, Whit Merrifield 150, Tatis, Trevor Bauer 38 out of 150 jersey, Andrew Kniser. Guys, I'll do a hit recap after the jumbo case, and then I'll do one once I'm completed up with the break for anybody that's just now popping in. Ronald Acuna. Cole Tucker. Mr. Dale Murphy, commemorative medallion. Brad Boxberger. Oh, Brad Boxberger. Don't forget about him. Shoe, I think I undershot my time. I said 2 hours. I'm almost an hour and not even done with jumbo yet. Silly Steven Hernandez and his time that he made me start my break at. I tried to have the breaks listed earlier, to end earlier, so I could have started breaking at like 7:30. But eBay wanted to change their updates and be a little bit of a pain. So it took us a little bit longer to get everything to be able to list. So when he got done, he was like, "What do you want me to do?" I was like, "We'll run it. It's okay." Yeah, I'm not breaking this any way remotely close to the way I break Bowman. 76 out of 199. But Bowman's just flip to the middle and go. Which, if this was a Facebook break, that's pretty much what it would be in. Don Mattingly. Let's move these to here. Move this stack back. Brad Hand, numbered 743 out of 2019. Yan Gomes, 150. Pudge, Duplantier. Tim Raines, 150. That is numbered out of 150. Robinson Cano. J.D. Hammer, 101. Come on there, fat fans. If they're not owed, they're not going to get that. Please, J.D. Hammer, don't hurt them. Oh, man. Break out with the MC Hammer pants. It's horrible. Orange Spawn. Josh Donaldson, full. Mr. Profar. Yeah, only us older people I get that remark. That's number 15 out of 76. Grandal and Pedro Avila, auto. Adam Devano, 1795. Jorge Polanco. I'm thinking of Palacios. Brendan Rodgers, Frank Thomas, Warren Spawn. Yeah, I'm thinking of Jermaine Palacios, not Jorge Polanco. $12-2. I think that one right there, this game right here might have broke their spirits. They may be super done. If Washington wins the World Series, Juan Soto stuff is going to go absolutely nuts. And to think, dude's 20 years old. We're fixing to get to see a lot of good young kids grow up. Clayton Richard, 21 out of 2019. Ronald Acuna. I want to say that's a different full. Greatest baseball player of all time, Ken Griffey Jr. $16 Bowman Chrome. Man, I pulled an orange. I pulled so much. I opened so much of 16 Bowman Chrome. It was stupid. I was breaking it like 3-4 times a night, doing random divisions for $100 a piece, a case, on vending. It was silly because the prices on that stuff just dropped, and I was like, all right, we'll take a bunch of it because you could go. I mean, there was quite a few people to go after. Derek Yasiel Puig, 405 out of 2019, random number 3. Before he's 21 years old. Dude, I mean, I'm serious. We're fixing to get a lot of good ball playing out of a lot of these young kids. Josh Bell, you're gonna see some people retire and move on, and these young dudes is just coming in like it's nothing. Him, Acuna. I mean, they're hollering Acuna could be the next, Mike Trout. You got Yordan Alvarez in Houston smashing. That's all he did. He came up and he smashed. Everybody's like, well, he's just a DH. Look at how many home runs he hit. Look at his batting average in the regular season. This dude was just murdering the ball. Look at the Yankees. Glaber. White Sox with Robert, Eloy. And baseball's fixing to be crazy. San Diego. You got San Diego with Tatis. I mean, these dudes are full-fledged stars, and they're kids. Yasiel Puig, Griffin Canning, Darwinzo Hernandez. Yep, that's just a base. That's just number 10. Acuna's attitude. And see, I'll agree to disagree with that. With his attitude. I mean, which part of his attitude are you talking about? The non-hustle? I think Freddie Freeman and them's done a pretty good job with the young cats that they got. Ozzy Albies. I mean, hell, you got Albies. You got the whole pitching staff basically is 22 years old. Carter K. Boone full. I agree. I think he should run stuff out, but there's a lot of players in the majors that don't run everything out. The problem is his was pinpointed because he's Ronald Acuna. Holy cow. The Cubs win. 150 years. Ken Griffey Jr. That is number 2 out of 150. That's a very nice card. Yeah, but see, okay, that, like you said, okay, the play right then, it hurt him. All right. Well, who was it last night that didn't leg out the double? Or didn't leg out the triple? Was it Springer? They come on there, it's like, Springer, he come out of the box. He just ran the second. He should have ran the third, but he didn't. Nobody was really on him. It's because it's Ronald Acuna, they're a little bit more stuck to him. Alex Bregman did that, they wouldn't say a word. I mean, hell, they even tried to make a big deal out of Juan Soto's batting stance. Yeah, why is Juan Soto taking a step or staring at the pitcher in between pitches? Well, nobody ever questioned Gary Sheffield on why he batted the way he did. Leave the kid alone, let him play. Manny Machado never runs anything out, has an attitude, blah, 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 blah. Still one of the best ball players around. Defensively. Carter K. Boone. That is numbered 822 out of 2019. So I think he'll learn. I don't think he'll do that all the time with the non-hustling. I mean, there's plenty of them that don't hustle all the time, though. Frank Robinson, Jonathan Scope, Mariano Rivera, Blah Jr. Blah Jr. is going to be a stud. The one that surprised me this year, and I didn't see it coming the way it did, was Cody Bellinger. I actually know 2 of the super collectors of Machado. Machado has a following, and at one time they paid a pretty penny for him until he left Baltimore. I don't know. I view it a little bit different. I don't think everybody gives it 110% every time a ball's hit. Jim Bunning, Vlad Jr., Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds was one of the greatest pure hitters of all time, steroids or not, and I dislike him 1,000%. Jeff McNeil, Jersey. Manny Ramirez, man, you needed a clutch hit. That was who you wanted. And he said Templeton. Eh. Gary Templeton. And Machado, I don't know what got into Machado because he was one of the best defensive third basemen anywhere. It's like, all right, I want to play short or I'm not playing. I'm like, Curtis Granderson, foil. St. Louis, that was for to the Padres. Will Smith, there's your $80. There's your $80, or at least that's what I've been seeing them run on Facebook for, about $80. Will Smith, future stud, Dodgers. Great players, bad attitudes. Oh, Barry Bonds was horrible. And like I said, I dislike him for multiple reasons. But damn, he was good. Man, the most feared hitter that I've ever remembered of all time. Most feared man ever. Steroids or not. Barry Bonds come up with nobody on, bases loaded, up 5, down 12. You still didn't want to pitch to him from the time he was 22 to the time he was 45. And I want to say Jeff Kent hated him. Jeff Kent probably would have murdered him if he got away with it. Lane Thomas, Biggio, Bryce Harper, Giancarlo Stanton. Oh, you don't say GOAT. He's not the GOAT. He's the greatest. He's one of the greatest pure hitters. Cole Tucker, Verlander, another Griffey, Austin Riley. The Griffies just keep getting thrown in my face over here. It's like, here's another Griffey. Look, there's an old school Griffey. Look, there's a medallion Griffey. And this guy right here comes back from his little injury. MVP, Christian Yelich. I thought he was a joke when he was with Miami. I thought he was going to be like a Kevin Love type player. Good ball player on a bad team. You hush your mouth, Brandon Wilson. Keep it up. I'm going to put you on Craigslist giving away a free laptop. You forget I got your address and phone number. Hey guys, giving away a brand free laptop to a good home. Please call. Josh Harrison. That's numbered 1464. Lance Lynn. Chipper. Look, Chipper with that belt. Check that belt out there, Shoe. Long sleeve shirt, shorts. He don't care. Look, high tops and everything. That right there is styling, baby. Shorts and a long sleeve. Hamstring issues were common with roid users. Do 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 do. Sandy Alcantara. Vlad Aroldis Chapman smiling. The LA Gear. I should have looked at either case. Hold on, let's see. No, them are Nikes. Yeah, those are Nikes. Aroldis Chapman full. Roy Halladay blue. LA Gears. He had on some LA Lights. He was the originator of the LA Lights. Man, some British Knights. They were LA Gears or British Knights. They was the BKs. And in the background, he was listening to Vanilla Ice. A Swatch Watch, man. Acuna, Yan Gomes, Chris Paddock, Gold Auto. Brandon Wilson, did you win Paddock? That was the Reeboks. Yeah, did you win Paddock tonight? Numbered 15 out of 50. Paddock Auto. It's not gradable, dude. You got corner. That's the reason why I didn't want to like just like, no, I didn't win him. I didn't want to be like, all right, well, okay, this card's got 2 ding corners on it. Corner. Do you want me to go over all the Paddocks before I mail them? I'll send it if you want to, but expect a 9. Yeah, I'll send it if you want me to, but expect a 9 out of it. Yep. I'll run that one in a random. Ding the other 2. Man, you know what? Shoot, you got a point. Ding the other 2. That way they all look the same. I like the way you're thinking. We got 4 to run at random right now. Eric Swanson. Mel Ott. Mr. Profar Black. Guys, as soon as this case is over, I need to take the trash out of here, redo the trash bag, and get set up for the hobby case. So I'll need a couple of minutes in between breaks. And then we'll get rolling. I'll throw the hobby case up here. I try to clean off my desk. Try to stay semi-organized. And then, of course, we're dealing with paper, so there's tons of paper dust on here. Your color card. Dude, every single one of my blues, every single blue that I had, and black, I'm trying to think. I hit a red. Was it a red that I hit? I think I hit a red one. I hit a red, and it looked good. But everything else that I had was beat all to hell. Javier Baez. Justin Bour Gold, 1456. Josh Bell Full. Michael Chavis. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who it was. It wasn't nobody big. I'm trying to think who the hell it was though. As soon as I said it, I was sitting over here going, okay, who the hell was it? Brock Dethridge, maybe, something like that. Whoever it was a Tigers player. Yeah, I'm trying to think, because whoever, it might have been Brock Dethridge. I agree with you on that. That's the reason why I graded some of the stuff I graded last year out of that. 647 out of 2019, Griffin Canning. Gleyber Torres, 150. Rock Rames, Pete Alonso. No, it's just base, turn sideways. Do 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 do. There's a boatload of cards in this. We got a 3,000 Ks, a CC Sabathia, Tony Perez, Josh Van Meter, 150, Estrada, Machado. JD Hammer, looking like he's 73. That man's had 2 full-time jobs in his life. He's semi-retired from them. Oh, the Hawk. Johnson Scope, full. Machado. Jake Bowers. Let's see. What's the code on the back of that card? 55. I'm going to assume that might be one, because it's not 10. Man, I straight said it too. That's the sad part, Shu. I straight said it. Yeah, the regulars are 10. That's a 55. I was like, oh, I should be able to knock his jumbo out in about 30 minutes. Dude. Not today. Yeah, I was planning on the break being done, like, here in the next 20 minutes or so. Like, the whole break. Not today. Not today, silly man. Biggio. Gleyber. Jorge Polanco. Jackie Robinson. Jim Palmer. Medallion. Oh, Sneaky Pete. Mike Ford. Last pack, jumbo case. Hour and 21 minutes in. Guys, I appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight. I know I'm slow. I do apologize for some of you like, man, I wish he would hurry up. Trust me. I'm over here just opening packs, hanging out. Hoping to see something super duper nice. Grandal out of 150, Alex Bregman, and a Joey Votto back card with a Carter K. Boom stuck to the back of it. It was actually stuck to the back of it.
K-Boom, Suarez, Lindor. All right, guys, that was the jumbo case. Let's go ahead and do the hit recap real fast. Votto back card. Jeff McNeil jersey. Trevor Bauer jersey out of 150. Marcell Ozuna bat. And a David Dahl jersey. Super thick all-star jersey. Jacob deGrom, 21 out of 50. Medallions. We had Jim Palmer. Dale Murphy. Carlos Correa. Carlton Fisk. And a Frank Robinson. I want to say that Jim Palmer is numbered. It is 45 out of 150. And our hit recap real quick. SP Bowers. Profar Black, Paddock Gold Auto, Will Smith Variation, 150 Vlad, Carter K. Boom Gold, King Griffey Jr. Gold Medallion out of 150, Carter K. Boom Full, Acuna Full, Pedro Avila Auto, Profar, Independence Day, Acuna Full, Johnny Bench SP, Trout 150, Goldilocks Variation, Alex Bregman Full, Vlad Gold, Skyboat Auto, Sandy Alcantara Vintage Stock, Chris Paddock 150 gold out of the silver packs. Blood. Fernando Tatis Jr. 150. Richard Clayton. That card was numbered out of 150. Kuna. Bellinger Black. Manny Machado gold medallion auto out of 10. Michael Chavis SP. Estrada full. Yaz blue. Shed Long auto. Vlad gold. Thurman Munson SP, Darwinzo Hernandez Auto, Tatis Full. And we got a few randoms that will have to be done after the break. Wotherspoon and Klein. Dietrich and Puig. Otani and Trout. And a vintage stock Vlad or Drury. So I'll set these over here to the side. Guys, I'll be right back. It'll be about 5 minutes. All I'm going to do is just mute my mic, start cleaning up, move some cards around, and get the case on the screen. We'll get started here in about 5 minutes. All right, guys, give me just a couple of minutes and we'll get this thing started. Top loaders, penny sleeves, something to drink. Be back in just a minute. All right, guys. All right. Oh man. All right, let's get case number 2 done. Sound check. 11:35. We still live. All right. This right here is case number 2. Let's see what happens. We got 24 on YouTube, 1 on Facebook. Sealed case. Look out for number 1. Don't step in number 2. Hey, that's that Happy Holidays. Rip open the excitement. I think everybody's like, dude, this is a long break. I see. Oh, RK Collectibles does these about twice a week, I want to say. Oh, Mr. Ryan, super nice guy. Turn these. We'll do them like this. The other camera shows everything. The other camera shows what this one doesn't. Empty box. Well, man, you know, I was told that one time in my life. Nolan Arenado, I couldn't tell you CNA Sports. I couldn't tell you who sold and who did not. I had close to 300 unsolds. Lane Thomas, Biggio, Bryce Harper, and Giancarlo Stanton. There was 180 something that did sell and a boatload that did not. First case was not bad. The Machado out of 10. The Yaz Blue. The Guerrero Gold. No Pressure. A Bo Jackson out of 10. You know, that's happened. Actually, somebody brought that up one night. It's like, you know, I bought this because Bo Jackson was my favorite player, and I think I hit on the 101 Bo Jackson that night. Yeah, Bo Jackson, I've actually pulled quite a few of. Nah, dude. Hey, your bad jokes at 11:38 at night, I appreciate them. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting old. It's these normal hours are affecting the way that I've always been. I've always been one of the night people. Stayed up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. For the last week, I've been going to bed before midnight, and I can tell you now, I don't like it at all. So, all right, guys, we're not going to do every other card upside down. If I flip through the first handful and they're upside down like that, we're just going to rock with it. Walker Buehler. I'm looking for vintage stocks, the 150 and anything color. J.P. Crawford out of 150. Keston Hiura. Gonzalez. Man, it does. I've been on that night schedule for about 3 to 4 years. Tommy La Stella Gold. That is numbered 625 out of 2019. And for the last week, it's been, and for some reason, I just got tired one night and I was like, I'm going to bed. And then the next night, I did the same thing. I was like, this is not right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this doesn't feel right. Neil Walker full. Going upside down with him. Ken Griffey Jr., still the greatest baseball player of all time. I've been helping a guy that I know do a small job. It's Koufax. I just seen it was blue. And with me doing that, what's a base? I've been getting up in the morning a lot earlier. But see, I've always been one of those though for the last few years. Let's say I need to be up, to go to soccer game. I'm up. I get up in the morning. Not a problem. Goldilocks. If I need Vogelbach. If I needed to be up to go somewhere, I would get up without an issue. But the everyday, I'm not a morning person at all. Devin Smeltzer, 595 out of 2019. Yeah, I'm not a morning person. I don't like mornings. It's too much chaos. With the rookie cards, guys, what I'm going to do is I'll go through, and if they're, I'm pretty sure that there's 2 of them per. I'll split them up amongst the guys, the names. Blood. Willie Mays. Biggio, that was not 150. Senzel. Oh, I dropped it. Ian Kinsler. There's my first drop of the night. I like it. George Springer, 150. Blot over jumping up and down still. Blot still jumping up and down. No, I am not a morning person. Victor Robles. That is number 30 out of 150. Oh, yeah. Me and you've been... I wasn't bad in Chicago this past year for the National. It was what? Cleveland? Was it Cleveland? Cleveland just sucked. I don't know what it was. I could not get accustomed to Cleveland at all. Skybolt, full. Gronk, you have a good night, sir. Wilson Contreras, Oscar. That is a variation for Mikado. Those Ohtani 84s are errors. Okay. 84s. Mike Moustakas 44 out of 150. Mariano Rivera. Larry Garcia, 1945 out of 2019. Those over there. Pete Alonso, J.D. Martinez, Randy Johnson, Will Smith. They have a rookie stamp. They're not supposed to be rookies. Which this would be his second update. He was in 18. Yeah, his rookie stamp would have been last year. Yeah, because he was in with Acuna and Soto last year. I went after so much Ohtani stuff at the beginning. And then I kind of slowed down on him. He's got a market. I mean, his market's he has a good following. I just was always a little nervous about him. Machado out of 10, autograph, medallion. There was a Yaz blue. And a couple of gold Vlads. Chris Paddock gold auto. No huge cards, just good value stuff. Will Smith variation. Chris, you come in to take over for the night crew? You come in to hang out with me? Since it's 10 to 12. Oh, man. Yeah, the next one of these we do would probably start at like 7 o'clock at night, break-wise. Will Smith, Cepeda, Sanchez, Nick Senzel, 150. He said, I see what you're working with. Yeah. Profar Black, 49 out of 67. I want to say that's the second black of his we've hit. Make them call me names. Yeah. It's not hard to do. That's not hard to do, Chris. We're running upside down, sideways, inside out. Okay, that's his base. Thurman Munson. Jim Bunning. He said, tag, you're it. Zach Plesac, 527 out of 2019. Kevin Biggio, Victor Robles, Vlad, Richie Martin. I may try to do the master set on this right here. The 150s, the base, to do a base set, and then the 150s. I say a master set. That's not really a master set. That's just a partial, but you get where I'm going. Francisco Lindor bat. Man, today, 150, 175, Joey. A month from now, 100, 125. I mean, set collectors are weird. So I mean, I may be way off with that. Set collectors are a little different. Certain people which I found out doing Heritage, certain cards bring a lot more money when you got 3 people needing that card to complete the set. And there are people out there that do all of the, they do the master sets. Yeah, and when you do a master set like that, they'll go through and do all the parallels, everything. I mean, it's a different animal. I sold a PSA 10 Hunter Green auto out of Heritage Miners. The guy I sold it to asked me if I could bust it out of the case for him. And I said, huh? He said, can you bust that card out of the case? Mike Ford. I said, why would you want me to bust that out of the case? Oh, that's a checklist. He said, because I need that card for my set. And I cracked it out of the case for him. He took it home, put it in a binder. Derek Holland, 1036 out of 2019. I've seen crazy stuff with set collector people. I was like, man, you can buy one off of eBay. He's like, but you have one right here. I'd just rather buy this one, and that way I've already got it. I was like, but you want me to crack it? It doesn't make sense. Chris Paddock. Michael Chavis full. Shoe loves binders, Chris. Shoe has a room full of binders. Vlad Jr. Hank Aaron, Mike Moustakas. Ted Williams. Brian Reynolds. Nick Hundley. Chris, me and you both are silly set collectors. Mike Trout. Hunter Pence. Cal Quantrill. Gold. $4.94. 2019. Marwin Gonzalez. What were you doing? The Super Bowl set? You were doing the Prism Super Bowl set, right? I mean the Prism Spectra. You only need 86 for a PSA 9 set. I've got the complete PSA 7. I had the complete PSA 9, but I sold the Jordan. So Hall of Fame, Spectra Hall of Fame. I got you. And then I want to say I'm 32 away on the 56 PSA 4 set. And I've been working on it for 3 years now. Vlad, Edgar Martinez, Byron Buxton, Eloy. Sell me the rest of my nines. No. No, I'm one card short of my set. The 9 the 9 that I had was a 9 OC, so to me the set wasn't complete because I had the 1-9, the Jordan was a 9 OC. I'm not doing the OC either. It was the only one. That's like my 56s. I've been making sure that none of them had bad centering and stuff. Yeah, I've checked on, you know, because I mean, I could have bought a couple and I was like, I don't like the centering. But I'm wanting to have my 56 set done before National next year. Yeah, it's like sticker autos to on-card autos. I'd rather have an on-card auto 100% of the time. I think one of my Jordan autos will be up on Probstein tomorrow. I sent in a Jordan 9510 to see if he could do anything with it. I was afraid to sell it myself. The last one that I got, the 90, was it 06, excuse me, I said 90, 06 Upper Deck. It's a 9510. Yasmani Grandal, 583 out of 2019. I'm hoping to get 3,300 for it, is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it goes between 32 and 33. It's cheaper to send cards to him than it is for you to sell them on eBay over a certain dollar amount. He charges a flat rate. I think it's just 10%. I mean, I think it'll bring 3,200. The last one sold for 32 or 33. So Josh Van Meter, 21 out of 67. I sent him a few big cards to see what happens. Just to, like I said, his rate is cheaper than if I sold it on my own eBay. So one of those, it was pretty easy. Brian Reynolds full. A lot of people don't like him, man. I honestly, I mean, from my side of it, I buy a bunch of stuff from him. There's certain days you can catch really good deals on this stuff. Still regret that one. Yeah, that would have been a tough one. I've got a couple of cards with him right now that I'm gonna regret. I won't sit here and lie. It's a tough one. 150 Jan Gomes. It's a tough pill to swallow. But hey, from time to time, you just need to clean house and start over. So I got guys listing cards for me. I'm listing cards myself. I'm just trying to get through some of the inventory that I have instead of holding all the time. Wade Miley, 1570. I told you yours are in Q2, didn't I? Yeah, I told you that those were in Q2. They're liable to pop tomorrow morning. Or hell, they're liable to pop today, this afternoon, and I just hadn't seen it. I hadn't checked my email. Jeff McNeil, another jersey card. Wade Miley Cyrus. What did Billy Ray Cyrus sing? What was that song? Achy Breaky Heart. I think that was it. It was horrible. George Brett. Got him. Willie McGee. He got old Willie McGee on that one. I'm the wrong one to ask that to, Brian. I have a track record of grading everything, so yeah, Jorge Polanco, 150. I don't know if I'm the right one to answer that question or not. I grade so much stuff, man, it's silly. For me, like, what player do you have, Brian? And then I'll tell you, I can go off your player of what I would grade. DJ LeMahieu. LeMahieu. Alonzo and Griffey. Pete Alonso and Ken Griffey Jr. So you're the guy that I don't like right now. I gotcha. Pete Alonso. I don't know if I'm grading much for Pete Alonso other than the rookie debut gold. See, I said I don't like you, and I pulled you a gold Pete Alonso. Congrats. See, because that's one of the discussions that's been popping up everywhere the last couple of days. Do we view these as a true update, or are we running off of Series 2 as being the rookie card to have? 951 out of 2019, Pete Alonso. I'm grading that card myself. It's a gold. I'm grading any color if he has full golds, anything. Pete Alonso, he hit the shit out of the ball this year. I mean, he did fantastic. But if you could go and buy 75 to 100 Series 2s, I would buy those. I would rather have the Series 2 than the pro debut, the rookie debut. Sandy Koufax. But Ken Griffey Jr., I mean, with his following, anything PSA 10 color-wise is where it's at. Josh Bell, 150. And even though you hit a silver pack, I mean, I've graded those before. The stuff sells pretty good. So it's all about, like this right here. If it will grade, it's going to grade. If it looks clean, there's no surface issues, nothing like that, I'm sending that card into grade. But again, I will say that I am the wrong one to ask because I send in a little bit of everything. So, but if it makes you feel any better, I sent in to PSA 140 Heritage Fernando Tatises. I sent in roughly 120 Pete Alonso's. I had some grade today that popped today. 10s and 9s. I mean, I had a lot more 10s than 9s. I went 0 for 2 on my Griffies. But I went 6 for 6 on Bregman and 8 for 8 on Bellinger. I mean, I do a lot of PSA bulk stuff. I mean, I'd say like right now, I do group sub for our Facebook group. Alonso Series 2, the PSA 10s are like $50. Yeah, the PSA 10s are selling for like $50. Aaron Judge, see, this is me. I would grade the Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge has a silly following, and they'll pay $40 for that card as a PSA 10. Yeah, I've made more money on $2 cards than I have anything. I want to say the Pete Alonso Series 2s are like $4 a piece, $4 to $6 a piece, or they were when I was buying them. I haven't bought any in a few weeks. Right now, I'm kind of laying low on what I'm doing. I'm waiting for Christmas time to get here and everybody to say, I need a little bit of money. I've got this card I'll sell you. Like what I do is I try to sell a big card and I buy a bunch of little cards. Like the Independence Day updates, I bought a Bregman for $3.13. It popped today as a PSA 10. Heritage, it all depends. I mean, at one time this past year, you could buy Acuna Raws, you know, just a raw Acuna for like $2 a piece. Then at one time, PSA 10s were doing 55 to 65. Right now, I want to say they're doing like 30 again. The Heritage PSA 10s are like a roller coaster. They're a full-fledged 110% roller coaster. Paper cards tend to grade harder than chrome cards because, of course, paper is so much thinner. Chrome tends to always grade a little bit easier as long as it don't have the surface issues. With chrome, you get a lot of dimples. We call them the Bowman roller lines. There'll be lines just in the middle of the card going up and down. So I mean, it just all depends. Gleyber Torres, I can tell you now from my experience, Gleyber Torres Heritages have been the hardest thing to grade. I'm running like 60% on those, where Acuna's I'm running 85 to 90. Soto's I'm running 75 to 80. Brandon Wilson, see you later, homie. Congrats on the Paddock Gold Auto earlier. Javier Baez, 674. And I will not send in a thick card to grade. I never send in a thick card. Like, say, the medallions, because to them, they have 8 corners on them. 4 on the front, 4 on the back. Now, I know that's crazy to you. It's just a thicker card, so you take a chance on the corners getting dinged more. John Means, 150. Jared Walsh, clear one, 5 out of 10. Heritage, 18 Heritage was tough. Like I said, just for Gleyber, though. I mean, my other odds on the other guys, man, have been pretty good for what we've seen in. Now, I've kicked a ton of them. I'd be willing to say I probably bought 1,000 Acuna Heritages altogether. And I've only sent in, 100, 150, 200 of them to grade. So, I mean, I think Brandon sent me cards and I've kicked 80% of them because of the edges, the chipping on the edges. Yasmani Grandal. The card just felt funny, so I had to check it. It depends if the auto's good. Pete Alonso was horrible with his 16 drafts about not following through, so you could have sent it to Beckett and it would have been a 959. Same thing. Damn, I dropped another one. Same thing with PSA. You send it into PSA, but if it's all streaked up, of course they're not going to give it a 10, so then it's a basic waste. They'll give the card a 10, they won't give the auto a 10. David Dahl. Wander Francos tend to have good autos. Marco Luciano, but for Pete Alonso, he had a lot of bad autos, where his auto was just super streaky. Jorge Polanco, 1789. Christian Yelich, rookie autos. A lot of those had bad autos on them. But from time to time, I do send PSA a dual cert to where they'll grade the card and the auto. And if you do get a 10-10, it does bring back a lot more money. Say like Wander Franco Orange. Wander Franco Orange as a PSA 10 might breed 12,000. But a Wander Franco Orange dual cert will probably get you somewhere in the neighborhood of 16,000, 17,000. Nick Anderson 150. What other types of cards would you hesitate to send him besides the thick? Anything really that's just a. I don't do Panini baseball. If it's a Panini baseball card, I'm not grading it. People tend not to like cards with no logos, no matter what the grade is. David Dahl jersey. But yeah, I could grab one of my little racks over here, my little holders, and run through what I got, and you'd be like, dude, you're crazy. You grade just anything. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of do. I had a PSA order show up today that I haven't even opened yet. Couldn't tell you what's in it. John Ryan Murphy, full. Can't remember what I graded in it. I just know it's here. And then I got another one that shipped out today that should be here in the next couple of days. Jonathan Scope, 1613. I know the one that popped today. It had a bunch of silver pack cards in it, and me and one of my buddies just laughed because of all the dumb stuff that I sent in. And he was making fun of me, and then he realized that he'd sent in 40 really dumb cards too. The Javier Baez, that is numbered 120 out of 150. Well, look at it. If I've got 10, 12, 10, 12 bucks in a card, and I sell it for 20, 25, what company's ever closed the doors with a 100% profit margin? You know what I'm saying? If you can double your money, whether it's $1 or $1,000, your profit margin is still crazy. Yeah, you just may have to do more, but I enjoy it. Trevor Story, 150. I enjoy messing with baseball cards. Carter K. Boone, gold. It's number 505 out of 2019. I have sent in a ton of cards that I thought were 9s and got 10s, and we have sent in cards that were 10s. We get 9s, I crack them, send them right back, and the damn things get a 10. So it's all suspect, man. It all depends on the grader. Nobody's grading the cards the same. So, but I do PSA. I used to do a lot of Beckett, a ton of Beckett when Beckett was cheaper. Right now, I think it's like $28 a card or something like that for Beckett to grade a card. Well, hell, I can grade almost 3 cards at PSA for that price. So I just send in a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, hey, PSA 10s sell a lot better than Beckett 9.5s. BGS 1010 sell better than PSA 10s, and of course a Black Label will sell better than any of them. Dual certs are bringing top money. Say that Chris Paddock gold auto we pulled earlier. If we sent it in and at 1010, he's looking at a minimum double what he would have got for just a PSA 10. Because then you can use that phrase, population 1. Well, it's a pop 1. And there are guys out there, there are females out there as well that want to have a card that nobody else has. Want to be the first one with it. But anytime you got any questions, Brian, shoot me a message on eBay or anything, dude. I'll never hesitate to answer a question like that. Nah, we don't notify them. We just crack them. It's like Fernando Tatis Jr. There's 25 orange autos, but supposedly there has been, 37 of the 25 have been graded. With Beckett, 37 of the 25 have been graded. Yeah, how's that possible? Well, there's only 25 of them in existence. No, it's not a problem. I'm glad I can help. Cards have turned into not as much a hobby as big business. A lot of you guys are seeing that with this year's update. You know, in years past, you could buy update. You know, you could buy the boxes themselves for a little bit of nothing. I want to say this is the first year that I can remember when update came out. If you didn't buy it on a niche with pre-sale, it went up what? Double almost. Yeah, in 18 update, I sent in a ton of Acunas and Sotos. If you could find the bat down version of Acuna, at one time they were selling for $1,000. 1 of 1, Jackie Bradley Jr. on the game. That's R. That's R for Rue. That's what it says. Chris, we pulled a 1 of 1. what I say earlier, I think I got like 5,000 cards at PSA right now. I mean, I'm grading a ton. It just, and now they're starting to pop everything. I mean, they're, dude, it's crazy. They're popping everything. I mean, it's just like you send it in, you send it in, 4 days later, it's an assembly. You're like, what the hell? But 6 months ago, it would have just sat there. It'd still be sitting there. But now they're actually, it seems like to me, they're actually making stuff pop now, which is a plus. Josh Bell. Oh, Eric Davis. Turnaround, you talking about money wise? Mike Trout updates. Mike Trout updates went from $200 to $1,000 in the last 2 years. Mike Trout updates are some of the most manipulated cards on the market. Josh Fuentes, full. Yeah, all you got to do, follow the money, Brian. You follow the money, you'll see what's being pushed and what isn't. Eloy Jimenez has already been pushed before. His Bowman Chromes were. That's a tricky that's a tricky one. If you follow the money, you kind of know what's next with what people are buying and selling. Austin Riley, Tony Gwynn. I love Tony Gwynn. Seem more like a crapshoot. It depends, man. Update, unless you went after Vlad. I mean, I'm trying to think. I'd have to look because I don't even know who the high sellers were. With me having 490 auctions in it, I couldn't really pay too much attention to it. But to me, Chris Paddock was a good buy. Brendan Rodgers was a good buy. Pete Alonso, good buys. I mean, as long as the money was similar to what, oh hell yeah, Luis Robert. Luis Robert is a stud. And I just sold a gold to a guy like 3 weeks ago. When I sold it to him, I told him flat out I was getting like $350 more than what they comped out at the time. The guy bought it, and then he told me who he was. And as soon as he told me who he was, I realized I lost $1,000 on that card within 24 hours. So there's a lot of things, man, that'll turn you against buying and selling cards, but there's a lot of stuff that people like. I enjoy it. I enjoy some of the people I've met, the cards that I've got to see, the cards that I've owned. I mean, I'm a collector first. Who do you think is overrated on the market? Who is the market pushing that won't turn out? Shit, Bryce Harper was. Bryce Harper's would be in regular season would be 550 to 600. Soon as off season rode around, they were back to 1,000 to 1,100 all the way through spring training. I think Bo Bichette had a touch of it. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 150. Overrated on the market? Who's overrated on the market? Alex Bregman? Dollar-wise? Ketel Marte, jersey. Yeah, dollar-wise, I'd have to say probably Bregman. That would be my guess. Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge went from being an $80 card to a $1,000 card in 72 hours. And he stayed pretty high since then. Justice Sheffield. Again, this is all just my opinions, though. I mean, my opinions are like a grain of salt. I wouldn't put too much into them. Omar Narvaez, 547. I like Tatis. I think Tatis is a good buy at whatever price, because I think Tatis is better than Soto and Acuna. But I was high on Tatis in 2016. At one time, I think I owned like 90% of the population on all of his Beckett graded cards. I had oranges, blues, the gold, dime. I mean, I had them all. So Tatis to me is going to be a stud if he can just stay healthy. Edwin Diaz, 27 out of 76. Yeah, I mean, you think though like this, had Tatis, Jordan, Alonso, and them not had the year they had, I think Eloy would have been talked about a little bit more. Dude finished with 30 home runs. I mean, yeah, he had a month where he was absolutely horrendous. But he hit 30 home runs. He batted .260. You know, that's exactly what you want out of some of these guys. Vlad had too much hype on him when he came in the league. I think Vlad, Biggio, Bichette, Gurriel, any of those guys could wind up being really, really, really good ball players. It's a young kid's game now, and they don't know any better. Mr. Kakechi. He's injury prone. He's injury prone. It's okay. Injury prone is not a bad thing some days. 411 out of 2019. A couple of the guys that I was high on, they panned out. And they were pretty good. A couple of them that I was high on really sucked. My worst one ever had to be Manny Margot. Manny Margot. I invested so much money in Manny Margot to be let down. Manny Margot said, Brew, I'm going to see if I can't bankrupt you. And then I laughed at him and I said, no, there's no way you can bankrupt me, Manny Margot, because I'm buying Lewis Brinson's. Lewis Brinson's going to be a stud. Yeah, there's no way, because Lewis Brinson's going to make up for all this money that you've cost me. Keston Hiura, 152 out of 199. I stayed away from 19 Bowman for the most part. I didn't buy many guys in 19 Bowman, because 19 Bowman, when it came out, everybody was sky high already, and it kind of scared me. I was like, I don't want to give, $280 for a Julio Rodriguez base auto. So I've kind of eased off a little bit on buying the higher end stuff. I do better in the cheap stuff. Again, I can buy update Acunas for $15 a piece, grade them, and get $85, $85 to $100 a piece out of them. That's a great day for me. Send in 40 of them and 30 of them PSA 10. You made damn good money that day. Yeah, my two were Manny Margot and Lewis Brinson. Those were my two all-time failures. Man, you got people like Gary V, pimping the cards now. You got ESPN. I mean, you go to ESPN on your phone right now, pull it up, and they'll have a card of the day. I mean, I think big money's pushing some of this, and some of these guys are just like, I mean, let's be honest, some of us are degenerate gamblers. Some of us are degenerate gamblers. So you can't bet on a football game tonight. You're tired of playing with the stock market, so why not go buy $1,000 worth of cards instead of $1,000 worth of stock? And cards are like Bitcoin. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's a bipolar roller coaster. Miguel Geraldo, man, I think he's going to be decent. I don't know if he's going to be a star. Yeah, I think he's going to be decent. I just don't know if he's going to be a star. Let's see, what are we on time frame wise? 2 hours and 40 minutes. Keston Hiura. But again, when I say it's my opinion, don't base anything off of my opinion. It's because there's too many people out there that are like, oh, you got to buy Sonny Grays. All right, Sonny Gray 150. You got to buy Sonny Grays. And the only reason why they're telling you to buy Sonny Grays is because they got 100 of them. So when you're like, yeah, man, I'm going to go buy me 20, they're like, okay, I can start selling these for X amount of dollars. There's always a catch to it, it seems like. I mean, and that's where I'm like, all right, you can push a market all by who you buy. Keston Hiura, 501 out of 2019. Justin Dunn was the one we were chasing. It wasn't Pete Alonso. It was Justin Dunn. Everybody wanted his color. Yeah, we all wanted his color. It was like, hey, we got to have his color. So I don't know. It's getting like there's a site called Slab Stocks or something like that. People's been making fun of it for a while now because they were pumping and dumping. They were pumping their own cards and then dumping them all off. Alex Jackson. With draft, I mean, really, you just got to grab a hitter and hope he pans out. Cole Tucker. I mean, there's so many different very variables on why cards sell for what they do. Paul DeYoung. Yeah, even Mets fans didn't even think Alonso was going to be much. Well, we know what his variation is. Cut off sleeves, gold chain, look like some scrubbing bubbles, some zip ties, a tape dispenser. Oh, Mickey Moniak. Mickey Moniak. We knew Moniak wasn't going to be good. He didn't have any power. I think he's hit 10 home runs since he's been drafted. I would have never went. I didn't go after Moniak. In 16 draft, I went after Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette was a good hitter. Divisional foes, Freddie Freeman and Bryce Harper. We got us a random. Yeah, I went after Bo Bichette and Kyle Lewis 3 different times. I've bought and sold Kyle Lewis at 3 different occasions, including when he got called up and he played out of his mind. I tried to buy the damn super, and I'm glad that guy didn't sell it to me. I'm glad I was a day late on that card, because boy, I would have took a beating on it. Jackie Robinson out of 150. I bought a bunch of Alex Bregman updates. For the longest time, I was buying Alex Bregman updates. Every time there was a lot on eBay, I was trying to buy them. It looks like if they come back in time, I might do okay on them. Mr. Estrada out of 150. The variations, because you're always going to have your set guys. Heritage, like, say for instance, it's still though. I mean, for them going to the series, he'll have a little pull. The red ink. All right, red ink heritages at one time were not bought by regular card guys. They were bought by collectors. So certain cards carried certain value. Now everything is being graded. It's I don't know. I don't know if it can withstand it for a very long time. Max Muncy, jersey. I don't see how it can. I mean, we got to have new people coming into the collecting and the buying and selling, because a lot of people are just getting fed up and they're just walking away from it. You know, and I've thought about that a couple of times about walking away. You know, you do a couple of deals, make some bad moves, and you're like, damn, I just lost, $5,000. I just lost $10,000. Well, how many of those can you withstand? Freddie Galvis, full. So I went back to something that worked for me, and that was cheap stuff. Because it takes a certain person to be able to pay $5,000 for a card. But there's a lot more people that are willing to spend $30 instead of $5,000. So it changed for me as well. Overproduction. What leads to the burnout? Man, time. Like house flippers. Card flippers are no different than house flippers. So it's all a super gamble. 627 out of 219, Nate Lowe. Okay, Robinson Cano was a base. Aroldis Chapman. Rock Reigns. Another Mikado. Right. Well, okay, say this card for instance. This is a $20 card. Well, out of the 13 viewers that I have watching, I'm pretty sure all 13 have 20 bucks. Let's say that card is the 101. It's worth 20,000. Out of the 13, who can afford to spend 20,000 on that card? You know, for every one of those guys, I'm saying I'm gonna get me a drink of this Coke right here, guys. I'm a little on the tired side. It depends. It depends on what you consider valuable again. Now with everybody grading cards, you know, like he said, the overproduction. Okay. So now let's say Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw's rookie. Well, they made 3 million of them, but out of the 3 million, 400 of them are graded a PSA 10. You know, 275 more graded Beckett 9510. It's all about, to me, it's condition, cards, value, players, that type of stuff. There's another Griffey. Damn you. Austin Riley, Bryce Harper Blue, 116 out of 150. For me, it's who's the next big thing? You know, basketball. You had Luka last year. Luka played his butt off. Luka did very well last year. And I think with Porzingis with him this year, he's going to cut up. This year, you got Zion. Everybody's like, oh my God, Zion. LeBron James Jr. First of all, he's made more like Blake Griffin than LeBron James. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. I hope he does well. I hope he drives prices through the roof because him, RJ Barrett, and a couple other ones, that's all we got. You know, baseball. Who are the prospects right now that have not been called up that are just absolute studs? Luis Robert, Wander Franco, Nick Madrigal. I mean, dude, how do you play all year long and strike out 28 times? Let's see, Julio Rodriguez. Who's another one? Marco Luciano. Alec Baum, Nolan Gorman. Even though Gorman got called up to 3 different levels, he struggled a little bit. But damn, I mean, he got called. He played at 3 different locations this year. You know, I'm trying to think. I'm going down the list of teams in my head. The Yankees got the 16-year-old that they just signed for a bunch of money. That's the next Trout / Acuna. Couldn't tell you his name. Don't know anything about him. Red Sox. Red Sox have Chavis, Dahlback, and I think that's it. Tristan Casas. Blue Jays. Blue Jays, all of their young guys are already up, other than Martinez, Conine. Conine was up for a while. Let's see, the Rays. Rays, you've got Wander Franco. That's all you have to say, Wander Franco. That dude's... I don't have any of his cards, but, man, I was impressed with what he did this year. Let's go to the AL Central. We got Chicago White Sox, Luis Robert. You don't have to say anything after that. And they got a ton of pitching, too. Dylan Cease, those guys. Giolito, Kopech. Twins. Royce Lewis, Alex Kirilloff. Tigers. Nobody, because they're Detroit. and they make bad decisions. Cleveland Indians, Tyler Freeman, Brian Rocchio. I think he was on the Indians. So I mean, it's we got to replace those guys. Once they move up, down, left, or right, there got to be a whole nother set of guys come in. So I mean, I don't know. I sit around and think silly stuff all the time. Who knows? All I know is it sure does beat doing heating and air. 1128. I don't know why I was fixing to top load that. I didn't top load any of the rest of them. Yeah, it sure beats doing heating and air. So for the last couple of years, I've been blessed to be able to open baseball cards and sell baseball cards, and instead of crawling in somebody's attic or crawl space or basement and putting in heating and air ductwork. I count that as a win. I just hope it stays like this for a little while longer, because I'm still tired of doing heating and air. Tanner Roark. Jonathan Lucroy, vintage stock. That is numbered 89 out of 99. It's hard work, long hours, but sitting in my house doing this is still better. I think I'm at home more now than I've ever been. So it does have its pros and its cons. JT Realmuto. Josh Hader, jersey. Cole Irvin, full. Guys, if there's anything that I missed while I was breaking the night, when I'm doing my sorting, I'll go back through and check just to make sure. That way, if there's anything that needs to be top loaded, it does get top loaded. I'm kind of a little bit of a OCD guy when it comes to that. Is that his SP or that is his base? Oh, stupid. Quit dropping them. Johnny Bench. Luis Sosa. Michael Pineda, 272 out of 2019. I have a business partner, but he lives across the country. Yeah, he lives across the country. We kind of just do whatever we want, each of us. We say we're business partners, and we are in a certain way. But he does his own thing, and I tend to do mine. I had one before that was actually local, and we parted ways, and he went to become a breaker on his own. He's done fantastic for himself, and I've slowed down the breaking side of what I do and have ramped up more on the single side of it. Billy Williams, numbered out of 150. I think I got burnt out breaking. I think that's what my biggest problem was. I think I'd had enough for a while. Luke Weaver full. I was breaking 5 to 7 nights a week, multiple cases a day, being live on Breakers, Facebook, whatever, just all the time, having the videos, randoms, you name it, it was getting done. And I really think that I just got burnt out of doing it. So I took the majority of my breaks to eBay and was like, I'm going to break 2 nights a week. I did that, and I loved it. 2 nights a week don't bother me at all. I could do 2 of these breaks a week and never faze me. Mookie Betts up 150. But, and of course, this is a bulk break, so I mean, it'd take me a little bit longer to sort it, but it's no big deal. I like a schedule. eBay allowed me to have the schedule because I can say, hey guys, I'm breaking at 9 o'clock. Well, at 9 o'clock, I'm breaking because everybody's paid for their stuff, and if they hadn't, I sell it when I go live. Biggio Gold. Didn't have to chase down payments, didn't have to, cater to certain people, and I should have went to eBay a year and a half ago. I don't think I would have gotten burnt out if I would have went to eBay to do breaks. We were doing so much Bowman, it was dumb. I mean, it really was. We were doing 10, 12 cases of Bowman a week, it seemed like. So, 2, 4, 5 more boxes. Another hour will be done. I do apologize for taking so long. eBay does not protect their sellers. eBay drops the ball on that. But in anything, you got bad apples. Yeah, in anything, you got bad apples, man. I mean, you can't let the bad ones ruin it for everybody. So I try to screen everything that I do, make sure that I'm keeping up with everything, stuff like that. Aaron Judge, Trevor Bauer, Brandon Lowe, and a Chris Paddock Gold. No, man, this is what I do. I enjoy this. Yeah, I enjoy this. It's you guys that I appreciate. I mean, I appreciate you guys putting in the bids, man. Because without y'all, I would just not be here breaking it all. eBay allows me to do a schedule, and that's something that my family needed. That's something that I needed. Instead of me going, hey guys, I listed a break at 10 a.m. on Facebook. Oh, well, at 10:35 it's full, and they're like, hey, when are we breaking? I'm like, well, hell, I'm just I'm over here trying to do something else. They're like, oh, well, let's break. So then you break that case, and you're sitting there, you're like, all right, I'm gonna start sorting. And then they're like, hey, will you line another one? You're like, ah, damn. And it feels. You're like, I gotta go back live. But you still hadn't finished sorting the first case that you've done. Yeah, it is, Joey. Like I said, I apologize, man, because I know this is a long break. That's the reason why I needed that 5 minutes in between the cases. I need to get up and stretch, give me something to drink. Oh, man. And paper dust. The cons to baseball cards. Paper dust. I've been breaking for, I want to say, 5 years now. And I break anything and everything. I break soccer. Can't tell you 10 players in soccer. I'm going to break it. It's going to be hilarious just to hear me attempt to pronounce some of them's name. I break baseball, basketball, football. You know, the 3 sports that I do know. The prospects, I'm still having to learn some of these guys. When there's so many of them out there, it's hard to keep up with everybody. The guy who has the Paddock CJ is already gone to bed for the night. Alright, here we go. Doop doop doo, doobie doo doo. Shane Bieber. Domingo Santana, 150. Acuna Blue, numbered 8 out of 50. Yeah, Acuna Blue. Acuna Matata. Home Run Derby or not, Blue Acuna still going to sell for a few bucks. It's the next Mike Trout. But the Mike Trout was the next Ken Griffey Jr. And then there were none. Because Griffey is the greatest baseball player of all time. Nick Senzel. Yeah, Griffey's the greatest baseball player of all time, so there were none before him. It's all right. Willie Mays. Suarez and Robinson Cano. Estrada. Is this the one? No, he was acquired in 2012. Thurman Munson. Luke Weaver. Number 559. Carter K. Boone. I want to see a big auto. That's what I want to see. I mean, we've hit a 101 patch, but I would much rather see a super duper just humongous auto. Me the Trout, Brandon Woodruff 150. Yeah, let's see just a banging auto too. Biggio, Tony Gwynn. Darwinzo Hernandez. They do. I agree with you on that. That was numbered 68 out of 150. Darwinzon Hernandez. Ramiel Tapia full. I guess that was the first Ian Kinsler that I've just ran across and actually paid attention to. Damn J.D. Hammer. Josh Harrison. Josmani Grandal. Jason Martin, 1725. Adam Jones. Guys, I want to thank you for the conversations tonight, too. With it being one of those long breaks, I definitely appreciate that. Otani, non-numbered. Bruce Sutter. Come on, dude. Slow down. Quit sliding off my thumb wrong. Whit Merrifield out of 150. I'll say out of 150. It's not out of 150. It's the 150th anniversary. What got me into collecting, man, all my cousins my grandmother used to watch me and like 5 of my cousins. And she would take us to the store every day. She'd buy them 1 piece of candy. She would buy me 1 pack of baseball cards. Dallas Coachell 8/12, 2019. So I started collecting cards when I was 3-4 years old. Breaking, I actually got hustled into breaking. Andrew Knizer. Yeah, I got hustled into breaking years ago. A couple of my buddies, I was part of a live Raz room where they ran cards, just single cards. And one of my buddies was like, man, it'd be nice if we could open up a little bit of product. I was like, well, what do you want to open? He told me. Well, hell, so I bought a case of it. We opened it up. I want to say I hit a 101 Peyton Manning patch auto out of it. I've been breaking ever since. I used to would not break stuff like this. Update, Bowman, anything that was a bulk product. Because then I actually had 2 full-time jobs too, so there was no way I had time for sorting and shipping. I did Panini Crown. I did Crown Royal. I pulled so many nice cards out of that stuff, it was crazy. I bet I opened over 100 cases of that product. Blake Snell, Mitch Keller, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Gary Sanchez. Saw a $240 case of Update Fat Packs break for $7.50, not including shipping a day. Wow. That was on teams or players? That was a PYT? But what I will say, and I don't mean this to be negative, we all see it when it's really, really, really good money that they're making. and then, but we don't see it when it's really bad money that they're making. Like Spectra basketball, Spectra football. I lost almost $700 a case. Every single basketball product last year that was not Prism lost money on. So it's risk reward. Nobody would want to go live, break a case of cards, sort them, ship them, and realize you lost $140. So I kind of, there are times where if it sells for that, man, it sells for it. You know, if that's what it brought. But if he had it already set, you know, like his team pricing is already set, and it was that, I probably would have a small issue with it. The player breaks tend to sell for more than the team breaks. But in hindsight, like today, after everybody's auctions were combined and all of that other stuff, I have 124 packages to ship. I have no clue where I'm at dollar-wise on this break. Not today, anyhow. I'll know more tomorrow or Friday. But I got to ship a ton of packages. I got a ton of sorting to do. It's okay. But I'll tell you guys, I mean, you guys like the player breaks and stuff. There's another breaker that I actually break with. His name's RK. RK Collectibles. He does $200 for the Mets. Wow. He does a lot of player breaks. And man, that's one of the guys that I use. You know, I buy into breaks because I mean, hell, like I'm chasing Keston Hiura or Brendan Rodgers. You know, I'm trying to buy up some guys and update myself. Carter K. Boone, 150th. Yeah, I just realized I'm getting a super delay too on what I'm seeing over here. So, I mean, guys, I know eBay's supposedly ruthless, but it's not all bad. 59 out of 67, Marcus Stroman. Yeah, there's a few guys that I break with. I don't break with many people. I never have. So, when I find a guy that I like, I stick with him. And hell, I broke with Comstock a few times and not even watch the break. Just wait till I got a package in the mail. I'm like, man, this is crazy. He said, now hit me that Mickey Auto. Man, I know I'm still at it. Cincinnati Red Stockings. John Ryan Murphy, 641 out of 2019. Johnny Mize. That's All-Star game. Okay. I was like, that's not the one I remembered earlier. Josh Donaldson, 150th. Neil Walker, 486 out of 2019. A few NASCAR boxes, probably not. Goldilocks Blue, those are non-numbered. I think that was a screw up at Topps. Man, Pete Alonso has gotten super expensive in anything. Yeah, he's gotten expensive in anything. I bought up some 16 draft chrome, and a couple of refractors. Yasiel Puig. I sent those off to PSA, I think, last week or the week before. He was a surprise for me this year. I still didn't think he would hit as many home runs as he did. Man, he smashed it. Mike Soroka, Atlanta Braves. You bid on a few of the bigger ones. The one that I didn't think Vlad would go for what it went for. Vlad seemed high. Senzel, especially after everybody's, talked bad about him, I really wasn't expecting that. Keston Hiura. Oh, man. You already know that one. He said, whoa, Vegas. How did your chat show up all of a sudden? There's people been chatting all night long, Alex. And now your chat shows up on the Facebook side. I mean, on the YouTube side. He said, whoa, Vegas. Don't start that. I'll get up tomorrow and my wife starts doing that. I'm gonna murder you. Yep. I'm gonna call you and wake you up. I'm like here. Ronald Acuna 150th. I need to top load that one now. You just got, well, what I'm saying is Facebook chat does not roll over to my the dual chat. Yours is the first one that's popped up on YouTube yet. Like I'm looking at my YouTube screen. It's very weird. But hey, I'm glad it works. Are you in the group or are you on my Bruce Breaks page? If they make a base behind. Skybolt Gold 1384. You opened up the actual video on Facebook. Huh. Robbie Grossman, full. Stuck in customs for a week. Three more boxes. You wanna run over here real quick and open these last three boxes for me? Yeah. Yeah, you wanna show up? Just come on over here and open these last three boxes with them itty bitty hands you got. Did you miss your chipper, Otto? What are you doing still awake at 1:30? Hey, Perkins, look up right over there in the chat. You see that? Rafael Davers, Griffin Canning, Carter K. Boone, purple out of 75. You see Alex's chats working on both sides. And I have no clue how it happened, but it did. Fixing to do something crazy. I'm fixing to bust all 3 of these boxes. I'm fixing to bust all 3 of them right now. Instead of, that way I get all this pack opening out of the way. Man, I'm sitting over here right now. Eyes are heavy. Back's a little sore. But I'm close. Yeah, with that fancy belt and that long sleeve shirt and them shorts and them British Knights. Alright, we're gonna move that right there. No, we're just gonna go. Ted Williams. Fingertips. Sky Bolt Auto number 2, I believe. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, this next time we'll be breaking it like 7 o'clock. Yeah, we'll start at like 7. Alex Bregman. It's okay. Like I said, we got 2 3/4 boxes left. Joe Morgan. Nick Ramirez full. Jan Gomes, gold, 880. Matthew Beatty. Asdrubal Cabrera, full. Pete Alonso. He said break that box. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. Michael Chavis. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1407 out of 2019. Mother's Day pink, 6 out of 50. Jonathan Scope. Insert the llama. Jonathan Scope. I'm going to do a simple random. I'm going to do one random left side, right side. Whoever's on the left of the card gets the card. Whoever's on the right side does not. You like that shoe? Acuna 150. I think it's like the third one of those. It's a nice card. Now, Gregory Soto full. I'm going to get up after this box and stretch for just a second, guys. I got to get these. Wake up just a small touch. Bear Claw out of 150. Well, I keep saying out of 150. It's 150th anniversary. Shed Long Gold 225 out of 2019. Alright, last two boxes, guys. We're down to the last two. Oh. What's up, Pagoda? There we go. There will be a hit recap at the end, guys, so you don't have to go back through and watch 3.5 hour break. Eloy, Christian Yelich. Pudge. Let's see. Montana DeRepo. Chris Paddock, $12.95 out of 2019. Michael Chavis, 150 years. $16.97 Goldilocks. Ryan Harper, full. I'm with you. I hope I see something silly that comes out on this last couple boxes. Auto wise. I mean, we've had very good color tonight, so Bellinger, 150 years. Trevor Cahill. Enos Slaughter. Brian Dozier, 734. Tyson Ross, 175. Garrett Cole. Javier Baez, 150 years. Peter Lambert, full. Dizzy Dean. It's non-numbered medallion. Alright, last box. And then we're going to do hit recap and randoms. Actually, I'll do randoms first, then we'll do the hit recap. Victor Robles, Vlad, Martinez, Byron Buxton. The medallion made me dizzy, Dean. Last box, guys. Good luck. Thank you all for getting in tonight. Here we go. Mike Moustakas. Michael Brantley, black, 21 out of 299. Michael Brantley, 150 years. Jose Barrios, All-Star jersey. I was wondering that shoe a couple times. I said, nah, it can't be. Michael Chavis, gold. He said, I am not LJ Ma, yet I do make bad jokes like him. He knows him. He knows Mr. Lon. Yeah, I was wondering it at first. I did. I seen the jokes. I was like, Freddie Freeman, 150 years. That made your night morning. Yeah, that somebody you just sitting over there just chilling, and you said that, and they're like, "Look, I know Lon. I am not LJ Ma. I am not. Nope. I am not him." He can only hope to contain them. Melky Cabrera. 1124 out of 2019. Blue Johnny Bench that time. Last stack. Last chance for romance. Curtis Granderson, 150 years. Stan Musial. Cole Urban, 1495. I think Jumbo was more loaded with hits. I think Hobby produced better color. Adam Warren. Miguel Cabrera. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and let's do hit recap. I'll do hit recap real quick, and then I'll do the random for the 4 or 5 cards, whichever ones it was. All right, Hobby case. Michael Chavis Gold, Chris Paddock Gold, Jonathan Scope, Mother's Day, Vlad Gold, Sky Boat, Carter K. Boom, Ronald Acuna, Keston Hiura, Marcus Stroman, Carter K. Boom, Darwinzon Hernandez, Nick Senzel, Ronald Acuna Blue, that is numbered 8 out of 50. Chris Paddock, Silver Pack Gold, Biggio Gold, Jonathan Lucroy, Vintage, Bryce Harper, Mercado Variation, Estrada, Dietrich's Variation, Hiura Gold, Hiura Black, Kakechi Gold, Edwin Diaz, Independence Day, Will Smith style. Vlad Jr., Tony Gwynn SP, Jackie Bradley Jr., 1 of 1, letter patch. Carter K. Boom, Jared Walsh, clear. Pete Alonso, George Brett SP, Brian Reynolds, Josh Van Meter, Michael Chavis, Profar, Mercado. This was the variation. What the hell was the other one then? Might have been 150th. Victor Robles, 150 years. There was a Bryce Harper, Freddie Freeman. Shit, I just turn them around. Witherspoon, Klein, Dietrich Puig, Trout, Ohtani, Guerrero, and Drury. On the random cards, we're going to go left or right on the random, and that'll be pretty much how we get where we're going. Jersey cards, Jacob deGrom out of 50. David Dahl, Marcell Ozuna, Trevor Bauer, Jeff McNeil, Joey Votto, Jose Barrios, Mike Soroka, Josh Hader, Max Muncy, Ketel Marte, David Dahl, Jeff McNeil, and Francisco Lindor. From the jumbo case, Machado medallion auto out of 10. Tatis, Darwinzon Hernandez, Thurman Munson SP, Vlad Gold, Shed Long, Yaz Blue as numbered 8 out of 50. Estrada, Michael Chavis variation, Bellinger Black, Acuna, Richard Clayton out of 150. Tatis, Vlad Gold, Paddock, Sandy Alcantara Vintage, Sky Bolt, Vlad out of 50, Alex Bregman, Goldilocks SP, Mike Trout, Bench SP, Acuna, Profar Independence, Pedro Avila, Acuna Full, K Boone, Griffey out of 150 medallion, Carter K Boone Gold, Vlad again, Will Smith variation, Chris Paddock Gold Auto, Profar Black, and a Jake Bowers, I'm going to assume variation. Alright, now let me get my keyboard. I'll go here. Let's go here. Random. We're going to go. Where's my list? Randomizer. Left. Right. Alright, guys. Before I get you all a little upset stomachs and stuff by moving this camera around. Alright, we go 6 times on the dice like always. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th and final. Right side. Right side on all the duels. Guys, thank you all for getting in the break. I appreciate everyone. Be safe. I'll get everything packaged up, shipped out. It should be all out to you guys by Friday. I'll have another one of these up for next week, probably just jumbos. Guys, thank you all for joining. I appreciate everyone. Be safe, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks.